Now, competition I got into also quite early because obviously I was a very curious student, I have to say. So my first competition was when I was 17. It was the Swedish National Championship. We had something called a school competition, junior competition, senior competition, different levels, different length of age and all this kind of stuff. What's really funny is that I actually ended up winning the competition. So I was really into, because it was beautiful hair. It's like competition work is for me the epiphany of hairdressing in many cases, because the pure artistry that goes into it is absolutely phenomenal. It has changed a lot over the years. So 1987, when I did my first competition, it was actually a wet set. Okay, you actually had to comb the hair beautifully as a wet set, put rollers in there, have it pre-designed. It was so meticulously done, and then you had to take this mannequin or model and actually put him in a hood dryer. Okay, you had to dry for an hour, and then you had a comb out, and the comb out period during that time was 7 minutes. So you had to take the rollers out and brush it out and actually do a flawless, beautiful set and comb out in 7 minutes. And that was really learning skills about setting, about backcombing, about perfection, about form and shape, and a lot of it that I really learned from being very objective with oneself when it comes to competition work, because you have to be very scrutinizing with yourself to actually gain the effect of it at most maximum sense, actually. Then obviously I stopped for a while, because when I moved to the United States, late 89 I think, I stopped for 10 years because I went in for education. I trained a lot of competition, but I didn't actually do it myself. When I came back to my home country, I think about 2000, 10 years later, then I really wanted to get back into it personally a bit more, because I missed it. I missed the craftsmanship behind it, the designing part of it, and a lot of it. So I went in for it, and of course sounds very, very pat on my shoulder, but yes, I did win the Swedish National Championship again, at my first competition then on a model 10 years later, and that was a great starting point, because I actually made a career out of competition. So I did a lot of competition over the years, but competing was expensive. Competing was a livelihood also, because I had to learn the new designs. I had to go compete with them. I had to pay for the model. I had to pay for the tickets. I had to pay for a lot of different things. Great. However, this needs to be financed. So I actually started to teach competition classes. And I taught the looks that I was going to do on my model, so I can train in the meantime, get the feedback from the people that I was training about what they liked, what they didn't like, and so forth and so on. I said, great, thank you very much, hope you like the class. And then I went back home, transferred all of this information to my model, and I went to compete. And in many cases, lucky enough, I actually won a lot of the competitions. So European Championship, the World Championship, many different things that I've been part of doing, both as a competitor myself, but also as a trainer. Because once I had competed a lot of it myself, as I said, I was more interested in the designing aspect of competition, the artistry behind it, not the actual rush on the floor. I've learned it, I had it, great. Then I wanted to move on with different things. So becoming a trainer, because of my profession as a teacher, was a very natural step in this. So that was my second part of competition, is to become a trainer, doing a lot of jury stuff for the organizations, as well as team trainings for different countries and all of that kind of stuff. So nice broad perspective within competition that I think is very, very valuable. And if you have a chance, I think that even if you don't make a career out of competition, do it once or twice in your life to just test yourself, test your own abilities. Just to get the rush once is really a lot of fun. So there you go.